Alright, everybody, a little bit of a different video here. We got Chain Battle, right? We're taking a step back from the Gogeta and Vegeta videos to hop in here to Chain Battle for a second. I'm gonna try to get this video out as soon as possible. I'm recording it at 8 o'clock on the 2nd. We'll see what time this ends up coming out. Also, I'm in the Central Time Zone, the only time zone that actually matters. You know, we got Chain Battle here. I've already done a run that I think will land me in top 1% pretty safely. Not sure at the moment, but we can go ahead here and take a look at the other, we can go ahead and take a look at some of the other scores. And I'm at 154, so I'm just like right below some of these people that are getting their scores posted up here. Not sure if I'll be able to get some of the tip-top scores. Well, maybe. Because I could replicate these three, right? So we'll get into like the effective characters here in a second, but I just wanted to show you guys some of the top scores here, and then we can actually get into why these scores are effective. So you can see this guy, Version Z Goku, Kaioken Goku, Tech Frieza right here. These are going to be your top scores, and like your top tippity-top scores. Let's see if we can find one. What's this 163? Okay, so this is double STR Kaioken Goku. Is there another really high one? Let's see if every time you do this, it refreshes. Oh, not there. Right here. Every time you come back into it, it refreshes, so you can look for different scores. So here's like a 167, yeah. Double gold, or double, I want to call this guy Golden Frieza. He ends up in Golden Frieza, but double tech transforming Frieza is going to get you the highest scores, assuming that they are both rainbowed and both, like, easy aid, right? Kind of like, I showed you guys I have two, the other day on stream. You guys might not have been there, but... Oh no, hang on, I have to mute. We can't play that. But I have two physical easy aid Piccolos right down here because of Chain Battle. So, you know, a couple Chain Battles ago, Piccolo was good for it, so I actually have two copies of the Easy A Piccolo. It's a similar concept going on here with Chain Battle right now and the Tech Golden Frieza, so... anyway, as far as which characters you want to be using, you know, they give us this little in-game list here, but if you just follow that exactly, you won't really get to how people are getting the top scores. But you can start to see a common theme. My biggest advice for anybody is to just hop in here and try to match this as close as possible. And just know that, like, even a small deviation can really cause your score to drop. So, you know, these top scores are top scores for a reason. It's because they got, like, perfect setups, essentially. So, you know, just, like, slight changes in dupes, maybe one unit is off, things like that can really cause your score to plummet. So... let's go ahead and switch to here. This chart is made by Piccolo-sama. He put it up on his Twitter, and he also put a link to his Discord here. So, you know, go to Piccolo-sama on Twitter. Shout out to him. Great guy. Makes some really good chain battle guides. I'm in the Discord. Lots of info in that Discord, so... be sure to check this guy out. There's a lot of people willing to help you out in that Discord server, so be sure to, you know, join, read up about Chain Battle, interact with some great guys. You know, this is a great Discord server. So, Piccolo has done a lot of work to figure out how to make these charts, and so, you know, we have it right here. So we can see the best attackers. These are going to be your best attackers, ranked best to worst. Everything in these charts is going to be from best to worst. So same thing here. These are ordered best to worst. So that means, you know, this guy is better than him, right? So it looks like your best attacker is going to be the Tech Frieza. And I, you know, just in my own personal experience, I don't take anything as what I say as gospel. A lot of it is just going to come from my personal experience. There's a lot of info in the Discord that's available that I have not really sat down to digest. But I think the attacker in general has like the least impact on your scores. So as long as you can get like one of these four right here, you should be able to get like a top 1% score pretty easily. You can see, we saw somebody earlier was up here with top 1%, and they had that physical, we call him Version Z Goku, this guy right here, because he came out whenever they dropped Version Z, and they added a lot of missions, and that Saiyan Saga story event that he drops from. Looks like none at the moment in this little list. Let's see if we can get one more to show up. I mean, we had one at the beginning of the video, but... Oh, yeah, right there. So this guy got 159k, and, you know, this is a free-to-play Goku as his attacker. So the attacker, and you can see it's an A compared to these other three who are better. So, like, everybody should be able to obtain an attacker, right? This should not be too hard to obtain. And then, if you wanted, you can farm up a second copy. This guy's pretty quick to farm up. and he's completely free to play. So if you wanted another one for your connector, you can get 2 free to play units off the bat right here with just these guys doing that Saiyan Saga story event. So just to show you which one that is, I'll have to mute again. Give me a second. There we go. I didn't mute. There we go. I'm talking about if you go to the Dragon Ball story, you scroll down to Z, and then you scroll down to, it's like this one right here, a new threat. And you can see this Goku right here. The TUR drops on this stage 6. So, you know, pretty easy to farm this guy up, and then you just need a few of his medals to awaken him. Very easy to get that guy farmed up. So, if you're missing, you have no excuse to not have a good attacker and, at least a decent connector. So, I do just want to, let you guys know there are free-to-play options to this mode. The nice thing, right, is that you yourself, you only need 3 characters to play this mode, right? Technically you have to put up a bunch, but the only thing that helps you with is other players selecting your characters and maybe, like, attracting good friends, right? Like, the better friends you put up, the more friend requests you'll get for Chain Battle, which can lead to you getting better friends, which is kind of how I've been able to develop, like, a decent friends list, right? So, this is the chart right here. Again, if you want to use Frieza, use Frieza. I don't have 2 copies of Tech Frieza. I've, bobbed many over the years, and I've never kept them. So I'm going to be using this Goku right here. I found this to just work really well, and then using this guy as my attacker connector. Okay, let's get my verbiage right. We have attackers, connectors, and supports. So I use this AGL Goku as my attacker because mine's rainbowed, and I'm using these 2 as my connectors. So, obviously, this guy's this guy's my connector, this guy's my connector, and then these are the support lineups that we're looking for whenever we're selecting a friend. I can go ahead and show you guys my top score. Again, I was using Goku. We had a nice lineup here. We can go ahead and take a look at it. We had this Goku right here. Okay, you see him in the middle, like the 3rd unit. I know it's kind of hard to see with the blinky lights, but we had him on the team. And then we had the Tech one right here in the 1st slot, so we had this guy. Then we had version Z Goku in slot 2. So, we're 3 for 3 so far. And then we had the AGL Goku down here. So we're 4 for 4. And then we had the TUR right here of the LR Goku. So we had that guy. And then we did not have either of these. The score could have been a little bit higher. The next connector we had was this SSR, which is still pretty good. But, you can see we could have had 1, 2, 3, 4 better characters there. Really, ideally, we wanted, like, this guy there. So, but, this is 1 unit away from, like, a perfect superclass lineup, and they're all rainbowed except for this guy. Stats do play a huge, like, role in Chain Battle. You will definitely notice that if you're going in with, like if I went in with this exact same lineup, and all these characters are at 0%, I don't know, the scores maybe, like, I don't know the math offhand. I'm just going to make up a number, so this isn't, like, a real number. But, like, I go in and this score is not 154 million. It's maybe, like, I don't know, 120, 130, like, or less. Just because stats matter so much in this portion. And then the better they link, the more multipliers you get, so that's good. So you can see this is a really good lineup because, we had this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. So, this is really, really solid. We had this core 5 right here from our first lineup, and they were all rainbowed. And again, stats do matter, so if you want to try to boost up your score just like a little bit, like let's say maybe you're like 100,000 away from kicking into that next tier, equipment, I said stats play into this. Equipment that gives stats boosts will increase your like score in Chain Battle. So if your friends have equipment on that boosts their stats, that's going to boost your score. If you have equipment on, like these characters, these 3, that will boost your score. So if you're looking to just really, like, if you're just really close to getting a score, try running it back with an equip on that boosts your stats and see if see if your score goes up, which it should. And then we had our extreme lineup here. So you can see we had, again, this Tech Transforming Frieza as my connector. And then we did have the Tech Transforming Frieza right here. We had the LR. This is a free-to-play Pod Frieza from Namek. We have him right here. So everybody should be able to farm up this guy as well. You can see he's not a crazy attacker, but he is like one of the better attackers that you can use. Or I'm sorry, not attacker. He's one of the better connectors that you can use for this. So, 1, 2, 3 free-to-play options right here for all players. So, you know, you should be able to at least probably get into 100 million or more with those 3. So if you do not have any of these other summonable characters, even if you're brand new, you know, you can go farm up these guys, you know, get 2 copies of them, and then, you know, farm up this guy. This guy will take a little bit longer, but, you know, he is on here, so. But anyway, we have him right there. We've got the Pod Frieza. We've got the LR Frieza. Again, all rainbowed, so we've got those 3. We've got the Tech Frieza, so we've got those 4. We've got the Pod Frieza right here. And then we have... Who am I missing? Just this guy. So he's a little bit further down. You can see he's again on the end of B tier, but pretty close again to having a perfect lineup, and got 154 million. So pretty good. Pretty good. And then as far as who I chose, you just want to pick the 3 characters that are going to like share as many categories, and you know, like basically it's going to get you the highest multiplier, so that you want them to share a ton of categories, types, and link skills as possible. To really boost up this multiplier. So that's whenever you're picking those 3, that's what you want to go for. So hopefully this helps you out. Again, big, huge, mega mondo shout out to Piccolo-sama, making these charts and having the Discord where everybody can get together and help each other out to, you know, at least get 100 million. I think as a, you know, normal, ordinary player, you don't necessarily need to be going for top 1%. Obviously, the higher you get, the better rewards you get, which is always really nice. Chain battle rewards are, like, the best rewards in the game, like, period. I don't think there's really an argument for that. I mean, look at this. You get 2 guaranteed, like, good equips. You get 50 pulls on the equip event. 3 stickers, 10 Kais, diamond statues, orbs. You get a ton of stuff for Chain Battle. Even if you get, like, top 50%, you're still getting 15 equipments, really 16 equipments, some Dozing Kais, Zenny, some orbs, plus all of your other missions that you get just from clearing, like, the point requirements. You know, you get a ton of points here. You get stickers, Kais, stones, just an abundance of resources down here. So I definitely think going for 100 million is what most players should strive for. In some chain battles, that's easier than others. This is a pretty easy one to get 100 million. So again, huge mega mondo shout out to Piccolo-sama. Everybody go follow him. Go join Discord if that's what you're into. But let's go ahead and get into a run. Now, I have already used up my 5 runs today. But we're going to refresh here and hop in. Alright, so this is the best lineup I could come up with at the moment. Not super crazy. Sometimes chain battle, that's just what happens. You hop in and you can't really find the friend lineups that you want. But you can see here, I do have the 3 main LRs that you want. You know, this guy, and this guy. And then this Tech Goku. And the TUR here. And who else? And this guy right down here, this Butoden Goku. So not the craziest lineup, not as good as that other one that got me my top 1% score, but still pretty good. You know, having this core 5 is really good. And then the Frieza lineup is definitely not as good. We have this guy, we have both of the LRs, which is good. We have this Golden Frieza, and then we have the SSR of the LR Golden Frieza, and then like this guy down here. So definitely we could be doing better in terms of, you know, the extreme especially, but I figure this should be good enough to at least hop in, get 100 million score, you know, something like that, just to show you guys, you know, kind of the general idea, and then also, you know, the pausing technique if you're unfamiliar with that. One other thing I do want to mention is maybe consider saving any, like, little, what are they called, like, chain battle medallion things. Maybe consider saving those. Let's see. Let's grab those. But yeah, maybe consider saving those, because they are going to update the reward shop relatively soon. So just keep that in mind. I say relatively soon. We don't know exactly when they're going to update it, but they are going to do an update to the Chain Battle Shop. There we go, 143. That's still pretty good. But they are going to update the Chain Battle Shop and put better rewards in there in like an update that we know about. It's come on JP. Not exactly sure when it's going to come on Global, but it will be coming eventually. I will be saving mine, so there will not be any pulls here in this video. We are saving my chain battle currencies. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know how you guys are doing in chain battle. Let me know if you've had trouble finding any supports. Just keep in mind, you know, if you get a character, you know, that's like not on this list or anything, or, you know, maybe you do like a bunch that are really low, not rainbowed, things like that, it is going to tank your score. So you may come in and say like, oh, I had the exact same lineup as you and I only scored like 70 million. And it's like, well, you know, if you like sent me a screenshot of it and you've got, you know, I don't know, like some random Goku in there that's not on the list, or like a Gohan or like Yamcha, you know, maybe something like that, or just like another character basically that's not like in this list, it is kind of expected. And then if they're all like 0% or, you know, have no orb investment, things like that, it's going to really drop your score. So just keep that in mind whenever you're playing chain battle. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to catch you guys next time.